Hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel. So today we're going to demonstrate how to transpose your dataset or how to change the orientation of your dataset in Excel. Imagine you have a dataset in this format, which is vertical. Then you want to present this dataset instead of being vertical, you want it to be in horizontal format. So how do you do this in Excel? This is what we are going to demonstrate, and we are going to use three methods. So method one is copy and paste. First of all, I will have to copy this data set. Then I will highlight, first of all, highlight this data set, then Control C. Control C is copy. Now, when I copy this data set, then you remember that we have 1, 2, and 3 columns. So, changing the orientation means that the number of columns here will become the number of rows. The number of rows. While the number of rows here will become the number of columns in the other side of the orientation. So now we have 1, 2, 3 columns. So I'm going to select 1, 2, 3 rows. Now we have 10 rows here. So I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to select 10 columns because we have 10 rows here. So I'm going to now highlight 1, 2, 3, and 10 columns. So once I do this, then I'll now right click. Then I'll now search for paste. I'll go to paste option, then transpose. I'll paste and transpose. I'll select this option. As you can see now, we have transposed this data set from this format to this format. That is from vertical orientation to horizontal orientation. So what we have here is the same thing is the same thing here. So what we have here is the same thing here, just that we change the orientation. Here is now horizontal, while here is vertically represented. So the date we have here is the date we have here. Now the date we have here, or the sales representative we have here, is the same sales representative we have here. So the orientation has changed. But the disadvantage of this method is that this method makes the data to be static. Static in the sense that if I change any data here, it will not reflect in this form. So for instance, if I decide to change this from 2,500 to 5,000 or to 5,000, you can see that the data set here being 2,500 supposed to reflect here instead of 2,500, is supposed to change to 5,000. So it is static. That's why I said the data set is, this method makes the data set to be static. So we change back to our data set. So this is method 1. Then method 2. So you can see it's quite clear that we have transposed this data from vertical orientation to the horizontal orientation. But the problem here is that any changes you made here cannot reflect in this other side. This now brings us to method 2. Now I'll have to delete this for us to demonstrate method 2. So I'll clear this I'll delete this. Then let me put it in normal. So now we want to demonstrate method 2. Method 2 says the use of transpose formula. Now, how can I do this? Now, I have to highlight the empty area that I want the data to sit on. Like I said, our column here is 3 columns. So that means our row should be 1, 2, 3. Then our row here is 10. That means our column should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have our column here from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So our column is in n column. So we are going to highlight this 3, then 10. Now, after selecting this column, I'll go to the formula bar and type equal to, then I will type transpose. Now, once the suggestion brings transpose, you double click, then you now highlight the data set you want to transpose. So I will highlight from here to here. Then I will close the brackets. Then after that, don't click enter. Don't click the enter key. What you do is to press Ctrl Shift, then enter at once. So you can see now that what we have here has been transposed or transformed from the vertical orientation of the data to the horizontal orientation of the data. But the difficulties here is that there will be some changes or some errors. As you can see here, the date here is different from the date we have here. So it has changed from the date to this date. So this makes this method very not reliable and prone to error. So that brings us to the third method, which is method 3, which is direct reference method. So for me to do that, to demonstrate this, then I have to clear this one. So I will highlight and delete this. Now, for us to use this method, direct reference method, we are going to use initials. So what I'm going to do is to click on the area or the place I want to the data set to start from. Then this place down, I will use the initial here. I will type here. Now here is KA1. I will type here. The column is A. So I will type A. Then I want the data set to start from the date, which is row 1. Now type here A1. Now the next one is this, the sales representative. So what I want to do now, I will use the initial. I will type here B because it's in B column. So I will type B1. So I will type B, then row 1. Then I'll go here and use the same initial. Here I will use C. So this is column C. I will say C and row 1. Okay, let me make it so that it will be clear. I will use capitals now so that it will be clear. So I will use capital letters. Now I have K1. Now you can use any initial you want. I can say LA1. I can say CA1. Any initial at all you want. So for here I will say A. A is what? The column. Then 1 is the row. Then for here I will say K. B is the what? The column. Then the row is what? 1. I will say here K. C is what? The column. I will type C. Then 1 is the row. Now this I have represented this. Now I will highlight this now. I will highlight these two. Once I highlight these two, remember our column should be 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I will now extend this. If you can notice that as I'm moving the cursor, it's telling me AC 9, AC 10. So this is 10. So these cells has been numbered. As you can see, the cells have been numbered. Then what we now do is, so as you can see, we have the row and column numbered according to the arrangement. So we have A1, which is this column. A1 is this column, date. A2 is this column. A2 is this cell. Now what we now do is, after this, then you press Control H. Control H. Now you come here and say find what? You say find K. That is, I want to find K. Now replace it with what? Replace it with equal to. After that, then you say replace all. You click on replace all. You now say all finished. We made 30 replacement. You click OK. Then close this. So as you can see, we have successfully transposed or transformed this data set from vertical to horizontal. Look at it now. So this method, I think, is the best method, and you can use it for any type of data set. So imagine you have a large data set, you can use this method and it can work perfectly. So thank you. Remember to like and share the video.